Well, I'm down here visiting my parents' grave. There's old Holly. Y'all has followed me, been here before, but there's Nelson Everett Gaither. He died uh, December 15th, 1963, and died the same day. My mom had two other babies that was miscarriage. That's how I ended up here. This is my wonderful grandfather, Cecil Gaither. I call them my parents, they are, even though I was adopted. W. Wyoming Gaither, Wyoming, yeah, beautiful name, but her dad always wanted to move to Wyoming and be a sheep herder, a sheep farmer. My wonderful dad, Jesse Ed. Guys, you're looking at one of the pioneers, one of the first people hired of Allied Phone Company. It became Alltel, now Windstream Verizon. If it hadn't been for him, the hard-working men of Quitman, Greenbrier in the area, it would have never started. So if you're employed there, you need to thank them. Or even if you've got a customer of theirs. There's Marilyn Lou Gaither, my wonderful mother. Oh, they're wonderful people. They love me more than life. They love me more than life itself. You know, I'm down here getting pictures, ready to do my story about Fulbright. Y'all that doubt it, just go on. I had a friend of mine who's in just as asleep as can be. I told him I hadn't talked to him in a while because he won't talk to me on conspiracy theories. And he said, "Where's your DNA test?" And I said, "After all the evidence I give you, if you hadn't done DNA test, you ain't got shit." Well, I said, "Just wait till you find out about the DNA test. You're that he's part of the 4 to 6% that will never wake up." So anyway, I'm not gonna let it aggravate me. I was just wasn't trying to wake him up. I was just trying to share a story like a friend, and you can't even talk to these people anymore. So I told him, I said, "I just want to share it with you, but fine. Love you, brother, and be done with it." But here, y'all heard me say it before, if you're new to this, from the research, my friend is a preacher there. Another one's very asleep, but I think he's gonna wake up. This is supposed to be the oldest Baptist church west of this, and he wouldn't lie, but that's what his research got him, and I believe it. There's a lot of history to this right here. You have unmarked graves. I'll walk up to them in a minute, show them they're Indians and slaves. The slave guard the church house from Indians while the people were going when it first got started. Because you can't see it, but through those woods and across the Catton Creek was the largest Cherokee Indian settlement in the state of Arkansas. I farmed it for many, many years and had a chance to buy it, and I regret it. That was 330 acres, the most wonderful bottomland, wonderful memories there ever was. And there was days when the sun was going down and I was distant, I looked and the field was glistening with arrowheads. I found over 1,000 arrowheads, parts of a knife, a full Indian spearhead. The guy that has it now just in cattle field, but if you went over and disc it up, there's no telling how many Indian arrowheads you could find over there. Found some small game heads for rabbits. Wonderful times over there. Here's some unmarked graves. I don't know, were they slaves, Indians, but Confederate soldiers, but this historical place, if you ever come to Quitman, Arkansas, I believe it's 2.6 miles north. It's off Wesley Chapel Road. It's a wonderful place to visit. They had to cut all the cedar trees over here where you can see that's what's left of a cedar tree. They cut the rest, but it was pretty shaded until they done that, but they was getting torn up by the wind and storms, so they tore them up. I want to tell you a story before I leave. I've told it before, but so many of my videos have been taken down. All my videos are on Mitchell Gaither 3952 YouTube. If you want to go back through them, there are over 1,000 videos. But right over there, where that stump is, I got to tell you this. I stopped that on 417. You can't make it up, guys. You that follow me, y'all sense enough to know that there's a connection here. That spot I just showed you, we used to mow the cemetery. And I always felt bad, but my mom liked weed eating and pushing the mower. And I wasn't going to argue. I rode the old tractor mower. I didn't like doing that stuff. I was a big, strong kid. I didn't like doing it. She always wore this hat. That wonderful woman, we went by this cedar tree. And for some reason, they say certain types of stinging insects are more attracted to people than other people. Well, there's red wasps and hornets, yellow jackets will eat me up, but sometimes there's a lot of I've been like just this field, all these woods here used to be a field. Me and my grandpa was raking it one day, and there's these ground bumblebees. And I went through a whole swarm of them. It looked like a movie, didn't do nothing. And I went back, he was like, oh God, and they tore him up. So I guess it's something about my sin or something. Well, the same thing happened over here, but there's little ground yellow jackets, them short ones. And I went over there, and I don't know why, I just drove through them. I mean, they was swarming. I drove through them twice. And didn't do nothing. And I happened to hear, oh my gosh, my gosh. And I looked, my mama had the push mower over there, and they were eating her alive. Mitchell Gaither, oh God. And I went over there, and she's like, oh gosh. And I felt so bad, and I was trying to help her, put water on them and everything. And she said, you little shit, you. And I said, how the hell it's my fault? She said, well, you drove through them twice, and I didn't think they'd do anything to me. So she blamed me for getting stung. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed.